Hello, classroom family. It's me, your professor, Mildred Boveda. And guess where I'm at? I am in Orlando. But I wanted to make sure that I covered this video and that I did not skip out on you. Um, my children this week, they had a competition in Orlando for an organization that we're a part of. And so we're in Orlando right now. They're competing. In fact, right now they're in award ceremonies, and I'm here making this video for you. There's a lot to be covered. So I don't have my clipboard, but I always have my agenda. So I'm going to keep this up, and I will write this information down in the description in the bottom of this video, YouTube video. So number one on the agenda is a reminder that Module 5 is due this Sunday. And that includes the discussion, which you have to respond not only to your own post, but you have to create a post in response to your class family member, at least one person. So make sure that you do that. Okay, that's around the corner. All right, if you participated in the extra credit activity this week on Thursday or Friday, I don't know, because I sent you the message and it had Thursday as the date, but then it said March 25th, which is a Friday today. But if you participated, whichever of those days it was, please let me know, and I will double check with CSO and make sure that you actually participated, and I will give you the extra credit. Some of you turned in the extra credit opportunity from last week. I will be scoring that very soon. Okay. Now, here are a list of deadlines for the upcoming book report. With this email that I announced this video is out, I'm also going to attach your forms for the upcoming book report. I already told you face to face, and I sent it in the last email, that you will be creating lesson plans and creating a book report where you would describe how you would use a book that has a character with a disability in it in a lesson plan. It could be an English lesson, it could be a math lesson, it could be a lesson on any topic, but you have to use a book that features a character with some kind of disabilities, okay? And I am going to email you a specific guideline. There's like an example of a lesson plan that's just like in outline form, and in that example it shows what your expectations are, what I want you to fill out, and then also right after that in the same attachment there's a rubric. When you send me, the day that you send me the day that you're going to meet and share your lesson plan and how you would use that book in a lesson, you would have to email me the actual rubric and your lesson plan. So you'll email me your filled out lesson plan and a blank rubric. And that's actually, you're going to get a point automatically. If you email me that before your presentation, then you automatically get a point. All right. So let's talk about that. I'm going to send you a form, and in that form, it's just a general description of what is expected in your lesson plan. Like I said, you don't have to have this exact lesson plan. You can choose to use another format, but this is information that you must have. Okay, I'm going to go over it. You must have the title of your book, who are the authors, and also a description of the setting. Now, a setting is when and where the story or the story takes place. Okay, so when and where meaning during what time period? Is it during modern times? Is it ancient times? Is it second century? So that's where, and then that's when. If it's modern time, if you think it's like a day to days, like it could be in the 2000s, then you say modern time. If it's from colonial times, if it's from any other time, indicate that. Also indicate where it takes place. Is it in the United States? Where in the United States? Are there details about the geographical location? Is it in the suburbs? That information needs to be in your description of the settings. You're also going to describe the characters. Who are the main characters? Which character has a disability? And under which of the 13 categories of disabilities listed in IDA does that disability fall in? Okay, plot. What is the main problem in the story? How is this problem dealt with or solved? Now, that a plot is only applicable for works of fiction. I mean, it could also be for nonfiction if it's like an autobiography or biography. But yes, the plot. What is the major problem in the story? How is the problem dealt with or resolved? All right. So then you will describe a lesson or activity and how you would incorporate this book into a lesson. So you'll just tell me what grade the book was for, what subject, what your objective is, what standards according to the state standards, what materials you would use, any cultural and linguistic considerations and accommodations, and the procedures. Okay, now the procedures, you're gonna do it, you're gonna do step one, step two, step three. What are the different things, steps that you would take in order to um, create this lesson? Okay, then you would tell me an assessment of the objective. How do you know that the objective will be met? Okay, and that's pretty much what's expected from you out of the lesson plan, the different aspects of the lesson plan that I expect for you to make sure to fill out. Whether you use the format that I send you or another one, you need to make sure you tell me the materials, you need to tell me the characters, the plot, the setting. Tell me which character has a disability and which of the 13 disability categories does that disability fall under. All right, on the second page, you're going to leave that blank, or the final page of the document I'm sending you, but it describes a rubric from 1 through 4, okay? And you will see in the syllabus that this is actually worth 11 points. Now, the points that are added up here add up to 10. So what's that 11th point about? The 11th point is at my discretion, okay? And it's basically, okay, so minimally you have to cover these expectations. Your oral presentation needs to be 5 to 6 minutes long. It can't be less than 5 minutes. It can't be more than 6 minutes. Okay, so stay within that time frame. You are sitting up straight. You look relaxed and confident. Your facial expressions and body language generate a strong interest and enthusiasm about the topic in others. And the video is exceptionally designed for easy viewing. The camera work is smooth and the focus is crisp. The sound and visual files are distortion free. Now, some of you, and you have the option. You can do it live like we did it in Google Chat, or you can record it and create a YouTube video or some kind of video and send it to your group. Okay? You're still going to present this within the same group that you presented your other activity with. Remember that other assignment you guys did together? Okay, you're going to present together. Even though each of you will be doing individual presentations, I want all 4 or all 5 of us to be together on the line. Now, this is the thing. If you are going to create a video, you have to send us the video with plenty of time so that we could have viewed it before our Google Chat session, right? And there's questions that we can ask you about your video. If you choose not to create a video, which I'd rather you not, I'd rather you do it in person, like live, not in person, live, then you'll just talk like we're talking now, or like I'm talking to the camera now. You'll see us, it's Google Chat, but make sure you look presentable and you are clear and confident and articulate about what your expectations are and what you would do. You will not be doing a full lesson plan. You will be describing how you would use a book in a lesson. So you'll describe the book. Maybe you'll want to use a PowerPoint. Maybe you'll want to do some kind of presentation, a sample of the activities that you would use during your lesson plan. It has to be engaging, okay? Oral presentation, the student is completely prepared and has obviously rehearsed, shows a full understanding of the topic, okay? That's critical. When you talk about the disability that the book is covering, when you talk about the ways that you would use the book in the lesson, I want to make sure that you're covering the things that we're discussing in this course. Are you describing the experience of the person with disabilities or their family in a way that we've discussed in this course? Is your activity appropriate for the age level? So, for example, if you have a book that's at a second grade level and you're using it with kindergartners and there's some kind of mismatch, I'm going to pick up on that. Okay? So, make sure that all of that information is aligned with the book. All of your activities are aligned with the book and with the grade level that you indicated that you would want to work with. Um, Student is able to accurately answer almost all the questions posed by instructor about the topic. Okay, so finally, you earn 1 or 2 points if you send me your written report um, through email before the presentation, and you include your rubric. If you do that, you get 2 points automatically just by sending me your completed report. Now, like I said, you could earn up to 11 points. The 11th point is for your questions, okay? The last point that you can get is not on this rubric, but the last point from the difference between a 10 and 11 in this assignment is if you ask questions during other people's presentations, okay? Remember, we're going to Google Hangout. We're going to be together. I said Google Chat a couple times, but it's Google Hangout. We're going to hang out together. And so I want to make sure that you ask questions to your group mate. So in order to do that, I'm going to give you an extra point for the questions that you ask. Just 1 point. If you don't ask any questions, then you won't get that 11th point. Okay? I hope that's clear. If it's not, reach out to me. Okay? So what are some deadlines? By this Monday, okay? By this Monday, March 28th, I want to know the title of the book that you will use during your presentation. By Wednesday, I want you and your group member, March 30th, I want you and your group members to indicate what date you want to meet between April 2nd and April 9th. Okay? So, March 28th, you're going to tell me the title of the book that you're going to write, that you're going to do a presentation on. And on the 30th, you're going to let me know when you and your group members are going to meet. Okay? And make sure that I'm able to meet with you at the same time. All right, so that wraps up this video. That pretty much describes what my expectations are. You better be working on your different task stream assignments. I hope I've answered all your questions. If you sent me an email and I haven't responded, please let me know. I think I'm up to date, but sometimes we err. We're humans, and I created this Friday video in Orlando because I am going to continue to be consistent with my Tuesdays and Fridays posts. So I want you to be ready to read or see the videos that I'm sending you on Tuesdays and Fridays. So by Wednesdays and Saturdays, I expect that you're already clued in with what's going on. All right, you have an awesome weekend, and thanks for watching this video. And I hope that I provided enough information for you to do this report. Bye. And stay engaged.